Hi, I'm Sharon Preston with Ladies of Lead Group Therapy. In today's video, we're going to be talking about grip on a semi-automatic. I'm going to be using this blue gun, solid plastic, no moving parts. I highly recommend that you get one of these trainer guns at your local sporting goods stores so that you can practice your grip safely at home. The way the slide moves on a semi-automatic is straight back and straight forward. And so where the gun pivots during recoil, the kinetic energy that actually happens during the firing sequence of the cartridge, during recoil, it's going to pivot right here. So if I were to drill a hole straight through here and put a dowel rod through it, that's about where the gun would pivot. So then it makes sense that we would want to have our shooting hand, and for this demo today I'm just going to be showing you right-handed, needs to be high on this beaver tail. So you want a high hand. If you have a low hand, what can happen during recoil is it pops up when you have muzzle flip. They call it muzzle flip during recoil. This is the muzzle where the bullet exits because it comes up. So if you got a low hand and it comes up, the slide's going to come back and it could invite all that nice healthy skin right into that slide. It's not something that we want to do. So you want to have a nice high hand. You also want to have your sights come down the radius of your arm. You don't want to have your hand cocked to the side where the kinetic energy from the firing sequence is pounding on that joint. You're setting yourself up for a lot of pain and you won't be able to manage the recoil very well. So you want to have it in the deepest part of the webbing of your hand and the sights come down your radius. That's a good way to check it. So the three fingers on your right hand are going to make a C-clamp. Of course, your trigger finger stays out of the trigger guard. Your thumb on your strong hand, on your right hand, is going to be pointing in the direction that you're going to be shooting. That opens up the side grip panel for the thumb pad of your support hand. So that's where that goes. Now, I have a fun way to teach consistent grip every time. I played a lot of softball, minor league softball. I was a catcher. And so I've developed a fun way to teach it using 3 balls, 2 strikes. So you have 3 joints on your thumb, 1, 2, 3, and I've put the number 3 on this one. And then 3, 1, 2, 3. So I put the number 2 on that one. Number 3 touches number 2. 2 goes on top. So 3, 2. To tell if you're right on your grip, your thumbs point in the direction that you're shooting. Your index finger on your shooting hand should be almost level with the thumb on your support hand. Again, you want your thumbs pointing in the direction that you're going to be shooting. Another important contact point is this line right here on your index finger where it comes in contact with the side of your trigger guard. So you want to come up under your trigger guard when you go to grip your gun with 2 hands. One of the most common times a person injures themselves is during bringing this hand up. They want to cover that hand and they'll shoot themselves. So make sure that you never cover anything that you don't want to destroy. I know I've told you that a lot of times, but you're going to hear it some more. Never cover anything with your muzzle that you're not willing to destroy. So you're going to come up under your trigger guard, thumb down, as if you're going to salute. You don't want to have a thumb up, because if you come under your trigger guard and you go to grab this way, think what that slide's going to do when it comes back. It's going to take the top of your thumb off, and we certainly don't want that either. So you want to come underneath with your thumb down, and then watch how handy this is. When I go to press out, it puts my thumbs right where they need to be. So under, press out. So if this is my C-clamp, these 2 hands put together is my vice grip. And the reason why we need a really strong grip here is because what these fingers do when you're pressing the trigger, they want to wiggle also. That's called milking your grip or milking your trigger, and that's going to throw your shot down. So we want to, that's just how the human hand works. So we want to silence these fingers with this hand. So you want to cover those fingers with these fingers, and you want to kind of smash them down a little bit to where they're not going to move when you press your trigger. Okay, so you want to have a high hand, C-clamp, come underneath, press out, 3, 2. I hope that helps, And I do have a video for the revolver, and it is in the link below if you're interested in the grip on the revolver. And I hope to see you in our next video where we talk about a double and a single action revolver. Thank you for joining me today, and if you need to get a hold of me, you can find me at www.ladiesoflead.com, or you can give me a call at 541-788-5858. Be safe out there.